All right. Hi, Liz. Good morning. All right. We're starting in the standing position, and our first minute, we're just shaking and bouncing. So we're just going to bring a little bounce to the heels. Let your arms shake a little bit. Let your knees be a little soft. Morning, Mara. And then maybe we'll give one good shake to one arm. And then maybe give a good shake to your other arm. And then maybe pick up one leg and give it a really good shake. And then maybe pick up your other leg and give it a really good shake and see where your balance is at. Mine's not there. All right, and then just keep that bounce going. We got 30 seconds left. And then as you're bouncing here, just check in. How's your energy level this morning? How is your body feeling? All right, and maybe we take a little pivot of the heels, a little twist action, just getting everything woken up. 13 seconds left. All right, and then just back to that nice gentle bounce and time. Nice. Okay, next up, 20 seconds of work. We're just flicking our fingers. We're getting our hands woken up, fingers woken up, and then just notice, how do your hands feel? We want to make sure we keep our grip strength. We got some weights we're going to pick up today. 6 more seconds of work with those finger flicks, just going as fast as you can, bringing a little heat into your hands. All right, now take it into some wrist circles, go in one direction. Nice, and then take those circles and go the other way. Awesome, and then this last 20 seconds, just some empty bicep curls. So reach up, touch the shoulders, and then lower the arms down, and then just check in. How's your elbows feeling? Notice your shoulders, and just to get a sense of where you're at this morning so that you can make your workout work for you. And time, nicely done. Okay, next up, we're gonna take it into our morning glories, but we're gonna add a little side bend. So arms are gonna reach up and overhead. Bend one way, bend the other way. And then as you come to center, bend your knees a little bit, hinge from your waist, fold down to the ground. Nice long spine as you reach up and overhead. And then as you come up, a little side bend one way, a little side bend the other way. Bend your knees a little bit, hinge from your waist, fold down to the ground. Keep that nice flat back as you come on up. And technically speaking, it's not a true flat back, but what we're saying when we say flat back is that we would just want to keep a long reach through the spine, and we're not rounding the spine too much to fold over. So if your back of your legs are super tight, that means you just need to bend your legs even more so that you find that long spine. Nice, you guys, beautiful. 20 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, grab one single weight. It's going to be a sideways hold. So we're going to hold the weight sideways, and we're going to take the weight to the hip, reach it to chest height, a little bend in the elbows, lift your heels, lower your heels, take it over to the other hip. So think of this mostly trying to keep your hips facing forward, just bringing the weight to the hip. So it's just a little bit of a diagonal. Bring it to the hip, hold it at the chest, raise your heels up. We got 1 minute on the clock. Go as fast or slow as you like. This is not one of our speed rounds. That comes a little bit later as we get a little bit more warmed up. So just taking the weight to the hip, hold it at the chest, raise your heels, lower them down over to the other hip. Nice. Sixteen seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, now next up, we're going to use 2 sets of weights or 2 weights. So if you like, you might choose to switch to just a slightly lighter weight, especially for the wrist curl. So it's going to be a wrist curl, a halfway curl, a full bicep curl, and then we're going to squat down, touch alongside the pinky toes, come back up. Wrist curl, halfway curl, full bicep curl, and then squat down and touch the ground. We got 1 minute on the clock. If you find that that lighter weight isn't giving you enough work, switch over to a heavier weight. But if you're working with heavier weights, just slow down, especially on the wrist curl. So you're only working at a depth and a pace that feels good in your body. And you're not trying to compensate by throwing the hips forward to make that wrist curl happen. Nice work, you guys. And then speaking of weights, if you're looking to make some changes in your physique, not by my suggestion, but through your own desires, heavier weights is the way to go. So if you're working with 2 pounders, 3 pounders, and even 5 pounders, if 5 is your heavy weight, you might want to start consider buying some heavier weights so you can add those into your mix. And time. Nice job. Okay, now, if you have heavier weights, switch to a heavier weight, and we're going to take it into some hay balers holding a high lunge. So step your right leg back, keep a nice bend in that back leg, keep your legs nice and solid. We're staying on one side for 1 minute. So we're taking the weight to the hip, throwing it over the shoulder. We got 1 minute on the clock. You go as fast or as slow as you like. If you're working with a lighter weight, make sure your legs are stable and then go a little bit faster just to get some extra reps in. If you're working with a heavier weight, slow it down, be super mindful, make sure that throw over the shoulder feels safe and comfortable, and you're anchoring into your legs to work through your core, staying nice and solid. You guys look amazing, beautiful. And time. Awesome job. Step that leg in, give everything a good shake, but we got to take it to the other side. So we're stepping that left leg back. Find your lunge position first. Hold your weight sideways, take it to the hip, throw it over the shoulder. We got 1 minute on the clock. You take that at your pace. Nice solid stances, you guys. You guys look amazing, beautiful. And time. Awesome job. Step that foot in, give everything a good shake. And now we're going to grab 2 hand weights, heavy or light, that'll be totally up to you, but it's a static hold. So we're going to hold that bent elbow position right in front of the chest. And then we're just marching, picking up one knee and then the other. You're going to go as fast or as slow as you like. This is not one of our speed rounds. What we're looking for is a little stability in the center, a little solidness in your shoulders, that even transfer of weight. So it's not a big jolt side to side. We're trying to stay steady, pulling the abdominal muscles in slightly just to keep our center firm. And those elbows in line with the shoulders. If this is too much, you can bring it in front of the chest with a bent elbow position, but we want to keep our center solid and the back of the body activated. So our shoulders in the back side of the body are engaged. 15 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, stick with lighter weights if you like. We're going to step it out into a sumo squat. We're going to take the arms out to the side. So we're going to bend down, take a bicep curl out to the side. Arms are going to extend out. You're going to sink into your squat as you bend your elbows. And as you sink into your squat, think about pushing your knees back towards your pinky toes. So your inner thighs stay nice and active. And we're keeping those arms extended out to the side the whole time. So if that becomes too much with the weights, lower your weights or set them down and do an open bicep curl without the weights. We got 20 seconds of work left. Our next minute is going to be a speed round. So check in with yourself right now. How is your energy level? Do you feel like speed is your thing this morning? Or are you going to choose to go at a slower pace? It'll be totally up to you. You never have to do the speed round if it doesn't work for you. And time. Nicely done. All right, come on up. Give everything a good shake. Set your weights off to the side. First 30 seconds, we're going to sit into a little bit of a bent knee position. Right leg only, 30 seconds. And we're just stepping it forward and back. As fast as you can, tapping your foot forward, tapping your foot back. If that speed does not work for you, then you're just focusing on balance, tapping the foot forward and back at a pace that's going to work good for you. But if you can, pick up the pace, speed it up, 10 more seconds on this side, fast as you can. Pump your arms, get that leg moving. 5 more seconds. All right, switch legs, the other leg's moving. You're staying steady, pump those arms fast as you can. Your heart rate's gonna get up. You're gonna break a little sweat. And again, if that speed's not working for you, slow it down. Just work on your balance, skip the rest. But if it's feeling good to do so, go just as fast as works for you. 10 seconds left. How fast can you go? And time. Woo, nice job. Shake those legs out. Grab your weights. Light if you've got them. We're coming back to our sumo squat. We're going to hold that sumo squat. Arms out. And we're just rotating the upper arm. So elbows are going to stay in line with the shoulders. And we're just rotating the forearms. So sit into that squat and rotate the forearms. Lighter weights if you've got them, or set the weights down and just work range of motion. Catch your breath. Think of this as a working recovery. Already halfway there. Don't lose that squat. Maybe sink your butt just a little lower. Ten seconds left. And time. Woo, nicely done. Okay, next up, we've got another round of speed. So set those weights off to the side. Make sure you have just a little room to move. We're going to move in a fast square. So we're going to step forward, back, side, and forward. You're going as fast as you can. So you're going to stay light in your knees, light in your feet, stepping in one direction, making a little square. So one foot follows the other. You're going as fast as you can. You're keeping a slightly bent knee position so you can move your body with a little bit of agility. If that is not going to work for you, then you're just focusing on your side steps and your back steps without having to look down at the ground. But if that speed's working for you, switch directions, go the other way. 30 seconds, going as fast as you can, Working with a little bit of agility, keeping the knees soft, keeping your feet soft and fast. You got this. Get your heart rate back up. Work a little sweat into your workout. 5 seconds left, fast as you can. And time. Woo, nicely done. Okay, now a little recovery. Grab your weights. We're going to take it into a monster walk. So we're going to hold that low position, stepping the diagonal to the back end of your mat. As you come to the back end of your mat, tippy toe walk all the way back up to the front. We got 1 minute on the clock. Take it nice and slow. Just recover, catch your breath, stay in that low squat position. As you come to the back end of your mat, lift up your heels, tippy toe walk your way forward, and then back to that monster walk. Stay low, walk at a diagonal. If you can, try to focus on where you are in your space without having to look down at the ground as much as possible. "25 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, it's our last round of speed. First 30 seconds is just our jogging arms. So you can keep your weights if you like, but it's not necessary. We're mostly focusing on speed. Sit into a little bit of a bent knee position and just start pumping those arms fast as you can. If that speed is not for you, then you're just going to focus on driving out from the shoulder and keep it slow. But if you like that speed, get those arms jogging. You got 7 more seconds. All right, now we're going to take it into some butt kickers with speed. So if you like, you're taking it into that light little jog, switching feet fast, or just keeping it at a lighter pace, but still finding that little bit of speed. Hug those heels toward your butt. Go as fast as you can in a way that works good for you. You got it. Five seconds left, as fast as you can. Woo, and time. Nicely done. Okay, grab your heavy weights, and we're gonna take it into our death marches. So start at the back end of your mat, step 1 foot forward, keep that front leg straight, hinge from your waist, lean forward, come back up, step your other foot forward, keep that front leg straight, hinge from your waist, and come back up. All the way to the top end of your mat, working at a depth that's right for you. So only go to a point that feels like you're in control and not zinging the hamstring muscle up into the butt. Once you come to the top end of your mat, we're walking backwards. We're still keeping that front leg straight, hinge from the waist, lean forward, and bring it back up. You got it, nice. "15 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Set your weights over towards the top end of your mat. We're going to take it into a little bit of forward fold so that we can find our way down to the ground. So at the top of your mat, reach up and overhead, bend your knees a little bit, let your hands find the ground. And now we're going to step back into a tabletop position. We're going to start to alternate side planks. So if a side plank is not for you, you might choose to keep a knee down plank position and then just alternate transferring your weight from side to side. If a big side plank works for you, you're going to lift your knees up, rotate to one side, and take it over to the other side. Now you might choose to just drop a knee down, take it to one side, find your plank in the center, knee down, open up to the other side. Or again, you might choose to just keep those knees down, transfer your weight a little bit, pick up one hand, and then pick up the other. So you're going to do the variation that works the best in your body. Nice and controlled. Awesome, you guys. Beautiful work. And as you're finding that side plank, lift those ribs up away from the floor. Pull your ribs up towards the ceiling so you find that nice work through the oblique muscles and through the side of your body. 7 seconds left. You got this. And time. Nicely done. Okay, bring those knees down just to talk through the next move. It's going to be either hovering knees, tap one knee, and then the other, or it's going to be a plank position to a down dog shape, touch one calf, bring it back to a plank, back to your down dog, touch the other calf, and back to your plank. So you're going to choose the version that works best for your shoulders. Planks to down dog can be a little bit of a bear. So if you don't like that feeling in your shoulders, keep it in that low tabletop position, hover your knees, touch one knee, set it down, pick up your knees, touch the other knee, and set it down. Do the variation that works the best for your body, your shoulders, and your wrists. Already halfway there. Nice, you guys. Awesome work. Five seconds left. And time. Nice job. Bring it into your tabletop position. And now we're going to go back to that glute work that we did on Monday, I think. Step your leg out to the side. Toes and knees are going to stay pointing forward. You're lifting that leg up and lowering it with control. 30 seconds on this side. We're trying to make most of the work come out of the side of the glutes and the side of your thigh. So shoulders are stable, hips aren't moving too much. So you might not get a big range of motion, but see if you can just find that work coming out of the side of your butt and out of the side of your thigh. 5 more seconds, and then we're switching over to the other leg. And time. Nicely done. Bring that knee in, send the other leg out, and away we go. Lifting it up and lowering it with control. Five seconds left. Woo, and time. Awesome job. Set that knee down. All right, we're spinning it around. So we're going to find ourselves seated onto our butt and into a V sit. And if you can, grab a light set of weights. We're going to sit in that V position, holding the arms out in front, elbows in line with the shoulders, and then we're just rotating the upper arm. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're going to hang back in that Z sit so you feel your abdominal muscles active. And then we're just rotating, keeping the elbows up and lifted away from the chest, keeping your abs pulled in slightly. So it feels like your belly button is trying to reach toward your spine. Shoulders are engaged. Gaze is forward. Head in line with your shoulders or your spine or your hips. So you're not using too much effort to keep your head in position. Already halfway there. And time. Nicely done. Sit up for a second just to stretch out your back, but then we're coming back to that V-sit position, but with a little reach. So we're going to load our weights up at the chest, lean back. One hand is going to reach out, touch the ground, pull it back in. Other hand is going to reach out, touch the ground, pull it back in. It doesn't matter if you touch the ground. What we're shooting for is that little bit of lean and reach to involve those oblique muscles. So we hold that V-sit, activate those oblique muscles, reach, and bring it back in. Nice, you guys, beautiful work. Seven seconds left. You got this. And time. Awesome job. Okay, set your weights off to the side. Man, those speed rounds make everything fly so fast. I'm like, I can't believe we're almost done. All right, our last minute of work here. Hold on to your knees. We're just going to curl back halfway and then pull yourself back up with strength. Let your arms and your abdominal muscles work for you. Roll halfway back and then bring it back up. Once you've got that motion pattern down, you're going to let go of the hands. So you're going to roll back halfway, pull yourself back up with control. If you feel like you don't have the control, you're just going to keep holding on to the knees, or you're going to hold on to the sides of the thighs and let your hands be a little bit of an assist. But if you can go hands free, you're coming halfway back, pulling yourself back up with control. Beautiful. Awesome. Now for the last 20 seconds, it's just going to be a little seated cat-cow. So grab those knees, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then into a softer rounding of the back. So less focus on that contraction of the abdominal muscles, but find a little bit of looseness as you lift your chest. So you stretch through the front of the body, and then a little looseness as you round back and feel a little stretch in the back and the shoulders. Take 2 more rounds of that. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it into a little stretch. So we're going to swing legs out to one side. So one leg out in front, one leg out bent to the side. And then once you've got your way there, we're going to take it into a little stretch. Walk yourself forward just as far as feels safe and comfortable to your knees and the outer edge of your hip. Once you've found your way there, pause just for a second and take a nice big breath. When you're ready, slowly come up. We're going to keep that leg in front. Now the leg that's in front, take that hand and take a side bend. So we're just leaning over towards the leg that's on the side. Nice. And then lift yourself back up, lean back into your butt, swing your legs around, and then set up your zigzag seat to the other side. So the other leg comes in front, other leg goes out to the side. And then once you've got yourself set up, find yourself walking forward to a depth that's working good for you. Hopefully finding sensation maybe in the outer edge of your hip and maybe into your glute, but hopefully no bad sensation in your low back. Awesome. When you're ready, come up nice and slow. The leg that's in front, that arm's going to reach up. Take a little side bend. I'm laughing because Judy and Molly are having their own little fun playtime. When you're ready, come on up. Okay, we're going to find our way up into a standing position. So swing your legs around in any way that works good for you. As you come up to standing, step your feet into a nice wide configuration. Toes and knees pointing forward. Reach your arms up and overhead. Bend your knees just a little bit. Hinge from your waist. come to that halfway point, readjust anything that you need to. And then when you're ready, hands are going to come down to the ground, soften through the back of your body. Walk over towards your right foot, let your nose soften towards your knee. Walk over toward your left foot and let your nose soften toward your knee. Awesome. Bring it back to center. We're going to just take one little twist before we come up. So left hand on the ground underneath your nose. Right hand is going to reach up towards the sky. Beautiful. Bring that hand down, place it underneath your nose. Other hand is going to reach up to the sky. Nice. Bring that hand down, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up nice and slow. And then just for fun, toe heel those feet in. You guys are amazing. Nice work. I love those speed rounds. I swear it's like, it kicks it into high gear for a second for me.